Hi, everybody. I'm Catherine Sprung, owner and founder of Squish Marshmallows, where we are right now. And today we're going to be working from our DIY hot chocolate kits, which includes our 4 little cups. You get your pack of our famous hot chocolate mix, which is super delicious. We've actually been lucky enough to get recognized with some great awards for our hot chocolate. So hopefully you guys can enjoy this at home, either today with your kit that you already have, or on a later date as well. There's going to be a link to purchase the DIY hot chocolate kit if you'd like, or you can just always visit our website, squishmarshmallows.com. And it also comes with a pack of marshmallows of your choice, whichever flavor. We specialize here in different unique and textural marshmallows. So we have s'mores that has graham cracker crumble and chocolate chunks. We have peanut butter jelly time, one of my personal favorites, which has strawberry and peanut butter chips and honey wheat pretzel pieces. So all of the flavors are definitely a lot of fun, and you can choose your own to go with your hot chocolate kit. Today, we're going to be doing the basic version of our hot chocolate, which is super customizable on its own, and I'll jump into that. And then I have 4 different variations of different types of hot chocolates, just for some ideas to get the wheels turning. And of course, you can do whatever you'd like at home. There are no wrong answers. Fun and creativity is always the name of the game. So definitely always have fun with whatever you're making at home. But we're just going to jump and start making our hot chocolate. So if you're joining along at home, you can just follow along these steps. They're also going to all be on the back of your packet too. So if you need to hop away for a minute or you're doing this at a later time, all your instructions are right on the back of the package. And we've made this super easy for you. So all that you have to do is add this pack that we've already made with our chocolate chunks, our Dutch cocoa, and sugar, and just add milk. So here's the great part. I'm going to get I'm using an induction burner, but of course you can use whatever heating device you have at home. If it's an induction burner or a stove, everything works. We're going to add in our milk, and this you can do whatever you'd like. So you can do a combination of cream and milk if you want something a little bit thicker, more like a sipping chocolate instead. You can go a bit heavier on the cream, lighter on the milk. Again, you can just really play with the ratios. You're not going to go wrong. It's all going to taste delicious in the end. We're going to add this in. I actually have oat milk. So this one would be dairy-free version. Our packets actually start out vegan because our chocolate does not carry any dairy in it. The cocoa powder doesn't either. So it starts off vegan. And then however you want to do it is up to you. You can use almond milk, regular milk, skim milk, whatever you want. It might taste a little bit different, whichever variation you do, but it's all going to end up delicious, trust me. What you want to do is just kind of make sure that this doesn't boil. You don't want there to get any singed milk at the bottom, or heat it too quickly. And we're not looking for anything crazy to happen. We just want to see a little bit of steam at the top. So that's going to let us know that our milk is nice and hot. Again, you don't want it scalding because you're going to be drinking it too, but you can always let it cool down. But just to make sure that we're in good territory, you can kind of just give it a little look. But once it starts steaming up and getting hot, that's going to be a great time for us to add our hot chocolate mix. So we're just going to open that up and pop everything just right inside. And just be careful. There are real chocolate chunks, so they might want to splash out. So just go slowly, just until you get everything there inside. All right. So we've got all the contents inside, and we're just going to stir it up. You can also add a little hint of vanilla or salt if you want to taste, but certainly not a requirement. Like I said, the great thing about these hot chocolate kits is you're going to start with a really great base, and you can just have that on its own, just exactly how it is. Or you can really customize it and make it into something unique and different and to your taste. Everybody's taste is going to be different. Some people like to do maybe like more like a Mexican hot chocolate, which has some spice in there. So if that's something that you'd want to do, you can add some cayenne pepper into that, and that would be super delicious, especially when it gets colder outside and you need something to heat you up. That'll do it in two ways, the hot chocolate and the spice. Again, you can do a little peppermint extract if you want a peppermint hot chocolate, which would be really delightful, especially, again, we're already kind of getting into the cooler weather right now, but as it gets even colder, that sounds really great to me. So truly, this isn't going to take a long time. Mine is already ready at this point. It's not a huge portion. The kind that we make at the shop is in a much bigger portion and pot, so it does take a little bit longer. But because this is meant to just portion out into 4 servings, it's going to not take long at all. The one thing that you just want to check on, since again there is real chocolate in here and it's not just a cocoa powder, is once you're whisking or stirring, you just want to make sure that you're kind of scraping the bottom of the pot. And then when you bring it up, you just want to make sure that there's no chocolate that's stuck there or any chocolate chunks that haven't fully dissolved yet. Again, not the end of the world, but you just want to make sure that your full mixture is nice and incorporated, melted in there, and as chocolatey as possible in every sip. So now that this is ready, we'll just kind of scoot this over a little bit so it's out of the way. And we're going to portion this into 4 different cups, and we're going to jump into our 4 varieties that I'm going to show you today. So with any of these, of course, you can add in your marshmallows. Some of these will actually include our marshmallow fluff or marshmallow cream, whichever you prefer. They come in these really cute little, oops, it's a little bit hard to see with the light, but these little jars. And we have 4 different flavors right now. We'll be coming out with more as we get closer into the holiday season. But this one is just a classic vanilla, and this works with just about anything. We also have a lot of different really fun recipes that we'll be putting out, and some are already on our website under our blog section. We have a recipe section. So if you do have one of these jars, definitely check that out, and it'll show you some great other ways, aside from just eating it straight out of the jar like I do. You can get really creative with that. We also, stay tuned, have a contest coming up that includes these jars. Because these are reusable, we're going to have a really fun contest coming up. So stay tuned for that. So if you're listening to this now, you're already ahead of the game. So let's jump back into hot chocolate, though, because that's why we're really here today. So let's see. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I feel like I can pour a little bit. If it gets a little too messy, then I learned my lesson. All right, we're going to start just portioning them out, not too full to start. We want to leave a little room to work for some of our toppings that we're going to be adding in. But these will come with your kit already, so save you some dishes and trouble. Also, if you are entertaining with any guests at a safe distance, then this is also a great way too. They can just take their cup, have it. If they need to leave with it, great. And you don't have to touch anything else. So very multi-purpose. All right, we're going to just portion these out just a little bit more. I've left one a little bit less than the rest, and you will see why in just a moment. Let's start with our first, which is going to be our Avalanche Hot Chocolate. This is something that we have served in our shop here. We're currently not open to the public just yet, but we're going to be doing delivery and takeout again soon. So if you are in the New York City area, stay tuned for that. But we are still shipping nationwide, wherever you are. Even if you are just in Brooklyn, We will ship to you, no problem. Don't even have to get out and worry about it. But we did this Avalanche Hot Chocolate, which was really popular, and it's super easy and really tasty. So we're just going to take some of our marshmallow fluff or marshmallow cream that I just showed you. We have our hot chocolate already portioned out, and we're just going to take a really nice, healthy dollop of that. And that's just, so this is what it looks like, which is so delicious. And we're just going to place that on top. And again, you really don't need to worry about placement and anything crazy happening and, oh no, this doesn't look perfect. No, the crazier this one looks, the better, honestly. It is called an Avalanche Hot Chocolate for a reason, because it just kind of like spills over the side, and it's just super fun. So we've got, let's see here, if you can kind of see so far to start. I'll hold this one up. So it's just super fluffy marshmallow cream on the top of our beautiful hot chocolate. And as that starts to melt a little bit, it'll kind of just spread out a little bit, but it really does hold nicely in the heat. In fact, if you do have a chef's torch at home, we also have our Amazon shop on our website, and we have all of our tools and all of our ingredients that we use and that we recommend too. So this is on there as well. So if you want to hop onto our site and you're like, oh, I definitely could use one of these in my kitchen, we have a link straight for that. You don't even have to shop around or look anywhere else. You want to go on a very low level. You want to test it to start. That one's looking a little bit high. You want to just go low, just so you don't singe anything. You want to be super careful always. And here we're just going to kind of toast the top. And honestly, that's just for fun and deliciousness. It's not going to do anything super crazy to it, but it's just a really fun little moment that you have there with it nice and toasted on top. It smells really great. So it's fun and delightful and really, really easy. So that's our Avalanche Hot Chocolate. We're going to put this one aside so that it's out of our way and move on to our next one. So we are officially in fall or autumn, whatever you call it, but my favorite season for sure. And if you're anything like me, it does seem a bit gratuitous sometimes with all of the pumpkin spice, but I'm not going to lie. I'm still a really big fan of pumpkin spice and pumpkin anything. I feel like you have a couple months to really cram it all in there and enjoy it, so you might as well go big. So we're going to be doing a pumpkin spice mocha. So for this one, and again, if you are not a coffee drinker, totally fine. Don't even worry about it. Skip that step. But if you are like me, then you can add to your hot chocolate some coffee of your choice. So we're just going to add a bit of that in here. And you can add additional milk to your coffee if you'd like, but we have already got the milk from the hot chocolate, so you truly should be fine. But I will not tell you how to make your beverage. You do it however it makes you happy. So we've got our coffee in there. So we get that really nice mocha flavor going. And if you'd like to, you can do an optional little tablespoon or two of either a pumpkin puree or a pumpkin butter, and you can really punch up that pumpkin flavor. But what we're going to add here is also going to give that. So it's totally up to you. So we've got our base here as our pumpkin, well, of our mocha to start with. Then what's going to turn it into our pumpkin spice is we also have remember this little guy here? We also have a pumpkin spice flavor right now. So if that is more your flavor, that's the one for you. And I have some of that in my bowl right here. And we're going to start with the exact same way that we did with our Avalanche Hot Chocolate. So we're going to, and we don't have to go as crazy with this one. We can kind of do a smaller dollop here, but again, you do whatever makes you happy. So we've got our pumpkin spice marshmallow cream just like that, which looks really great. And again, you can torch this too if you want. Maybe we'll do that just a little bit, just to get it nice and toasty and really get that spice kind of scent lingering, which is really nice. So just a little bit is all we need there. That looks great to me. It's a little bit toastier on my side, but just a hint, just a little touch. Sorry, it's a little bit hard to see, but trust me, it smells amazing. So we've got that. And then we also have on our menu a pumpkin spice latte marshmallows. So it's very meta. You already have all of those flavors going on here. And then that's what we're going to top it off with here. So this is what our marshmallows look like, just in case you don't know too. So they're all cut into squares. So I know a lot of people, if they're not used to artisanal, small batch, handcrafted marshmallows like we make, they're used to more of the general kind that we don't really talk about. They come in the bags in grocery stores, and those are more circular and cylindrical. Those are made of machines, so they're not going to look like this. So this is what ours look like. And so then you can just top it right in there, right next to your fluff, and you can let that dissolve into your cup as well and stir it around, and you're just going to get all of those warm flavors in there. And again, so easy to make. I'll try to show you the best that I can. So easy, so pretty. So that is our pumpkin spice mocha. I'm sad that I can't drink this right now, but we've got a little bit more work to do. So I'll enjoy this afterward. We'll put this one onto the side as well. Now we've got, I'm actually going to pour a little bit of this one in just to fill it up a little bit more. I used the wrong cup, so apologies, but you don't have to drink these anyway, so it doesn't matter. So now what we're going to do is, if you are a pop culture fan and comedy movie fan like myself, today is October 3rd, which is also known as Mean Girls Appreciation Day. Not Mean Girls as in mean people, but the movie. So if you have not seen Mean Girls, please see it. It is amazing. It is hilarious. It's so quotable. And today is that day. So if you are familiar with Mean Girls, there is a overall pink theme, and the girls there are a little bit mean, but also a little bit nice. So this one is going to be the Mean Girls Salty and Sweet Hot Chocolate. So also salty and sweet, such an incredible combination. And you can really go a ton of different ways with that as well. But what we're going to do is use salted caramel a little bit for that salty component. So we've already got our hot chocolate here. Great base to start with. I have here and you can use whatever kind you like. Doesn't matter at all. Your favorite brand, your favorite type. You can use caramel just on its own. I happen to have these sea salt caramel squares from Ghirardelli. So we're just going to, this is decadent. This is, not just a simple hot chocolate. So stick with me on this one. So we're going to take the square and just pop that right in. And then you can stir that up. I don't have another clean spoon with me, but trust me. But it's actually going to probably start to melt. But what you would do is just stir that around just to get it nice and incorporated into there. But it is actually kind of fun if a lot of that caramel sits a little bit at the bottom. It's almost your second treat when you're finished with it. You just grab a spoon and you have some amazing melted caramel at the bottom. So we've already got our salty sweet working here so far. Then what I did was I took if you have a pretzel rod, just like this, we've got a salted pretzel rod, and you can, again, do any sort of variation. I'll tell you what I did, and then I'll offer a kind of secondary solution. So I used some pink candy melts, which is kind of like a white chocolate, but they're super easy. You don't have to worry about tempering chocolate or anything like that when you're just making cute, simple, fun little projects like this. So you can just pop them in the microwave and heat that up, or over a double boiler, whatever you prefer. And I just rolled this in some of that pink chocolate. And then I have some pink sprinkles here that I just use on top. And let's see if I can show you, because I just think it's so cute. So, oh yeah, you can even kind of see like the glistening sanding sugar there too. So super, super simple, but that's going to be our little ode to mean girls. And it works twofold. So you can do two variations. We just posted on our Instagram today a picture of the final product. And this pink reveal part is kind of on the top so you can see it. But honestly, what makes it even better, and this is when you're not worrying about taking a photo, is when you put it in this side down. So that way too, you kind of get more of that chocolate incorporated. But again, the rules are yours. If you don't want to do pink, you certainly don't have to. If you have chocolate at home, just regular chocolate or white chocolate, whatever is available to you, you can do the exact same thing too. Just roll this in chocolate. You can add sprinkles, nuts, cookie crumbles, whatever makes you happy. And you're totally going to get that salty and sweet component just like that. So we're going to put this aside for just a moment, because we have to do things a little over the top with this, because some of the themes of the Mean Girls movie is things that are a bit over the top and crazy and wild. So we're going to add whipped cream to this one. And again, don't be shy here. If whipped cream is not your thing, you can totally skip this. These are only suggestions. So we're going to add our whipped cream. Nice and high like that. And then again, we're going to reintroduce that salty sweet. So we've got some salted caramel here. You can make your own. It's actually really easy to make, or you can get some at whichever your favorite store is. And we're just going to drizzle that on just like that. It's already looking amazing to me. We've got our pink sprinkles again. So we're just going to sprinkle those on. Again, however many or little you want. It is completely up to you, whatever makes you happy. I think that looks pretty cute, so we'll leave it like that. Then we have our pink pretzel. I'm going to pop it in like that, just so we can still kind of see it. And just for fun too, because we do have our hot chocolate kits that come with our marshmallows, I'm going to be using our birthday party marshmallow. It is a very like neutral flavor. So it's vanilla with the sprinkles. So I think it's just going to add a bit more of that pop of color that we are looking for here, and not get too crazy with the flavors. And let's see. I'll just make sure this doesn't come out from the bottom. I'll just clean that up a little bit. Got a lot of whipped cream going on, but that is not a bad thing at all. And another flavor that I will say that I think would go fabulous with this is our apple pie, which is a seasonal flavor as well. It is not as sprinkly, so we're just doing this one for fun for the visual right now. But flavor-wise, that is certainly what I would choose. I know this is looking a little bit crazy because that marshmallow is right in front, so you can't really see the rest of our items. But trust me when I say that this is going to taste amazing. So this is another fun thing that you can do to really get creative and customize it, again, however you want. If there are other themes or other holidays happening, you can choose all different colors of the white chocolate to really make something else that's really festive. And speaking of festive and other things using chocolate, we're going to do our final hot chocolate right now. It is officially October. I know it's a little bit early, but it's never too early to start planning ahead, especially if we have kids at home, or if you're like me, a kid at heart, and love Halloween. It's a great way to start planning some really fun at-home activities, especially if trick-or-treating is not a thing that is available to us right now. There's so many fun things and activities and treats that you can create at home as well. Also, stay tuned to our social media and feel free to subscribe to our newsletters. We're going to be doing a really fun live virtual candy making class. So hopefully you'll be able to join for that. And that's another option available to you. But definitely bookmark this one too for around the 31st. So we're going to do a Halloween themed hot chocolate. So again, we already have our base working for us here. So we'll just put this one aside. I have, again, it returns the marshmallow jar again of marshmallow cream, the fluff. And this we're going to put, and again, you could truly use any of the flavors that we have for it, because we're going to be coloring it a little bit just to make it a little bit spookier and a little bit more fun. I'm putting on a glove because sometimes this food dye gets everywhere, and it's not a terrible thing, but I prefer just to not have green hands right now. So we're going to take our fluff, marshmallow cream, and if you have, this one is a gel-based food coloring. But if you have a liquid-based, which is generally the kind that you'll find in your local grocery store, that is absolutely fine. Whatever you have available to you. We're only going to be using a little bit, so it truly won't matter that much. But we have our marshmallow cream in our bowl to start. And again, you can use any quantity that you want. If you want just a little bit, no problem. If you want to go a little bit crazy and add a lot in, then that is absolutely fine as well. So whatever makes you happy. We're going to get some of this gel out when it decides that it wants to exit the bottle. But we can actually take this little top off instead. We might be getting close to the end of it, and that's why it's being a little bit difficult to work with, but we're just going to make it work for ourselves. All right. I guess this is also another great reason for wearing the glove, because then you can use your finger for that and then take it off afterwards, and you are totally good to go. All right. So I think we've got some nice green color going on in there. And just stir that around. And we're going to make this into green. It's going to look a little bit like slime, just to add in that kind of Halloween vibe into it. And this marshmallow cream already kind of has that oozy kind of slime characteristic. When you start swirling it around, you're taking out a lot of that air. So we've got, it's a little bit hard to see. I know the light in front is kind of harsh, but it's kind of like a slimy color green. Looks really great, I think. So we're going to add that in right on top. Oh, it's even sticking onto the side, which is kind of creepy and great too. So there we go, easiest cleanup ever. We take our glove off and we're good to go there. So we've got our green slime on top there. Then what I did too is, remember when I was talking about those candy melts, which you can find in a lot of different craft stores. You can find them, of course, online as well. Or you just grab some regular chocolate too, a nice dark chocolate or milk chocolate, truly whatever makes you happy. But they have a black color of the candy melts. And so we can make a little spider with that. But you can also certainly make your spider out of milk chocolate if that's what you have available to you too. It's still going to look like a spider as long as you shape it into one. So I also have this piping bag here. If you do not have a piping bag, if you have a Ziploc bag, that is great too. You're going to want to melt down your chocolate first and then gently pour it inside to your piping bag. And just make sure that you leave a little bit of room at the end so that you can take some scissors and just cut so that you have a hole there so that you can start designing whatever it is that you want. And you can make whatever it is that you want. I decided that a spider was very easy to make and would actually look really great with this. So that we don't have to wait for our chocolate to dry, I already made one. So this is my little spider here. And again, you can get really creative. You can do any color you want. You can add sprinkles. You can add little candy googly eyes, whatever you'd like. But this is our little spider here, made out of white chocolate. And we're just going to take one of our marshmallows that came in our kit. This one is our cranberry white chocolate nut. This is one of my personal favorites. It's also a seasonal flavor. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you scoop that up before that one goes away after the season is over. I also thought that because of the color contrast, it would look really nice too. You've got the green, and then you have this pinkish color. So just some vibrant colors that are happening, but nothing too crazy. We're going to set this kind of on top of our marshmallow cream slime. And then you can, if you'd like, just put a little dab of that chocolate, if it's still melted, on the bottom of your spider, or if you want to make a witch's hat or a little ghost, all of those things, a pumpkin, your initials, whatever you want to stick on to the marshmallow, but certainly not a requirement at all. Here, we're just going to put it on just like that. And I'll try to see if I can show you. Oh, it is a little bit hard to see. I do apologize. But I think without spilling, I think we can turn it a little bit. And you can kind of see. Let me see if I can get even closer to the camera, because it is pretty cute. So I would like you to be able to see it. Kind of, sort of can see. There we go. There's our green slime. There's our little spider on top of our marshmallow. And it's super, I mean, you saw how long it took. It's super, super easy to make. And again, you can color the marshmallow cream any color that you'd want. If you prefer orange, because that's more Halloween to you, great. Again, any color that you want, any color spider that you'd like. But it's just a really super fun, really easy thing that you can do, but it's a great sweet treat and something to help wash down all of that candy and other delicious goodies that you're going to be making over Halloween or whatever holiday it is that you'd like in the future. If you want to do anything else, something that's maybe for Thanksgiving theme or Hanukkah or Christmas or whatever holidays that you love, you can always customize it with different colors and different little characters and accents that really make those items pop. So to recap, we have our Halloween hot chocolate, which is with our green slime, marshmallow cream. We have our marshmallow on top of that with our little chocolate spider. We have our deflating. These are meant to be consumed and not just wait around. But we have our Mean Girls salty sweet hot chocolate here. We have our pumpkin spice mocha and our Avalanche hot chocolate. So again, just 4 super simple, really easy recipes that you can create at home with the base of our hot chocolate kits that you can get shipped straight to your door, with the addition of our jars here to make some of these other treats too. Again, you do not have to use it for anything, but it's available to you if you'd like. And again, if you would like to get your own DIY hot chocolate kit shipped to you, you can just visit our website. It's just squishmarshmallows.com. You can also follow us on Instagram at Squish Marsh, short for marshmallows, Facebook, Squish Marshmallows, Twitter as well, Squish Marsh. And I would love to see what you guys create too. So if anybody gets a kit, or if you just got inspiration from some of these items that you saw here today, definitely tag us on social media. I would love to see what kind of fun and amazing, delicious treats you come up with. And If you tag too, I would love to repost them also. So absolutely give a little shout and let me know what you come up with. I do think that I see some comments. Pumpkin spice, yay, good, yeah. I love pumpkin spice as well, so I'm glad that you enjoy that too. But I hope that everybody enjoyed all the different little variations that you can make, and look forward to seeing what you come up with at home. Thanks again for joining, guys. Bye.